Shalom everyone, this is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda ben Shomer, and welcome to the Daily Drosh. Today's Daily Drosh is taken from Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 8, and it says, "You must not act as we do here today. Every man does what seems right to him." Sometimes you'll get people with the philosophy or the worldview called moral relativism. Moral relativism is you do what seems right to you as a situation dictates or commands. Some people also say, you can believe what you want, you could do what you want. What's right for you may not be right for me, and what's right for me may not be right for you. This is called moral relativism. But if you read the Word of God, you'll see that, like communism, moral relativism looks good on paper, but to put it into practice in real life, it's a bomb. It's a failure. It does not work. You see this here in Deuteronomy in the verse that I just read. You must not act as we do here today. Every man does what seems right for him. And in the book of Judges, we see that the nation of Israel has turned away from God and turned away from God's commandments. Now, God's commandments, His Torah, His law, His instructions, are the foundation of our lives physically, mentally, and spiritually. They are not suggestions. They are not guidelines. They are hard, fast, set in stone rules, laws. They are absolutes, moral absolutes. And because God is God, because He is our Creator, He has the right to set the standards for right and wrong, for holiness, for good, for evil, for sin. He has the right to set moral absolutes, which totally eradicates and makes null and void any notion that moral relativism is any kind of way to live or any way to go. Because, what if my moral relativism infringes upon your moral relativism? Maybe I just think that it's okay for me to kill anybody I want because I want what they have. And I'm here about to murder somebody, and they say, wait, you can't kill me. Killing's wrong. Well, no. What's right for me may not be right for you. It may be wrong for you to kill somebody. It's not wrong for me because I want what you have. See how asinine and ridiculous that is? And a lot of times moral relativism comes out of a worldview and a philosophy of atheism, that if there is no God, therefore we are our own gods, we set our own standards and our own rules. They're just our inventions anyway, so that they're arbitrary and moldable and movable and changeable. So therefore, morality is relative. But that's not the truth and the facts and the reality of the way things are. God exists. God is God. He has the right to dictate to us and to set rules over us. He did so in His Word, specifically in the first 5 books of Moses. The rest of the Word of God is just an elaboration and an explanation and practical application of those laws and rules He set in place for us. So God says to Israel, "You must not act as we do here today, every man that does what seems right in his own eyes." And in Judges, that phrase is said over and over. Every man, there was no king in Israel, and every man did what was right in his own eyes. Why was it important to say before that there was no king in Israel? Because a king, according to the Torah, one of his first acts of ascending the throne is to sit down and write out a copy of the 5 books of Moses for himself to reference and study, so he can rule the land and the people by God's rules, by the rules that God laid out for His people. So it says there in Judges, there was no king in Israel. Every man did what was right in his own eyes. So, that's just a perfect example of moral relativism. So anyways, hopefully that this daily drosh helped you understand the importance of black and white moral absolutes and hard, fast rules, and the weakness and the futility of adhering to the philosophy of moral relativism. Thanks for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shalom and Shavua Tov.
Hey folks, let me give you something to think about. Go to my YouTube channel, Ray Bash Katan, and look for the playlist, The Monthly Musings. There, you'll find a thought-provoking message from the Word of God for each month of the year.